looks like he's hanging his right arm. Russell trying to fight through it. There's a straight left again from Russell. And now he connected on Magsayo as he tries to get on the inside. There's an overhand left. So Russell was able to withstand that little slip that he suffered. Certainly we'll take a look at what happened there. There's that whole just beautiful left.
I don't know, gym manager.
But Magsayo's confidence has got to be growing here. To see the grimace on Russell, he generally does not show emotion through a fight. So to see that on his face alone is probably a win for Magsayo. There's that left hand again, connected. As Russell used the momentum of Magsayo coming forward to throw him along the ropes. There's the left again. Curious to see if Russell hurt himself. He did, once again, he did say he had an undisclosed injury, and there's that left hand just caught Magsayo as he darted in. Now Russell using that left again, being extremely aggressive. Not used to seeing Russell be that aggressive. I wonder if it does have anything to do with that fact that he may be hurt. So he could be on a timeline to finish this fight. There's that short left again from Russell. And there's the end of that fourth round. So here's that highlight. There's that right hand. There you see. I think it was the right hand kind of bends awkwardly a little bit. You almost saw it bend through the glove, and that was the issue that Russell had. And there you saw the doctor in the corner kind of checking on the hand of Russell. He said he was good. Said he could punch. So how badly is it hurting him? Who knows? But he feels well enough to continue on here in round 5. How much Russell can get right here. There's that straight left again from Russell. Again, Russell using that left. I'll be curious to see Russell. The jab a bit. And being a southpaw, that right hand is your lead jab. Magsayo's got to use this as an opportunity to get on the inside and really press the action on Russell. And No, Magsayo, once again, coming forward, overhand right, followed by the left cross. And Russell, as you see through this fight, I'm just noticing he is not throwing that right hand at all. There's a body shot from Russell. And I don't know how he is going to be able to continue through this fight solely on just throwing his left. And if Magsayo hasn't picked up on it in this round, I'm sure he will in the next, because it is certainly noticeable. There's some body shot from Magsayo. And now Magsayo really amping up the pressure, and he's on top of Russell. Russell went down a bit. As referee lets Russell get back to his feet. 18 seconds of round 5.
Tindugan lagi ni manager.
Your body ain't gonna fuck around, bro. You just said, look, what do you got for another enemy? Because, you know, brother, you gonna try to advance, but I usually not.
Here's some of the highlights of that round. And there was when Magsayo sort of jumped on Russell. Round 6. And Russell seems to plan to just use his left hand here the rest of the way.
Tumayo na si manager, tumayo na.
Combinations there. That's what Freddie Roach was letting know in the corner. He wants him to throw those 3-punch combinations. He wants him to come forward a little bit more. There he goes. Gets through the defense of Russell. Magsayo still looking for that uppercut. And Russell is going to have to focus on movement and angles, especially since he is relying just on his left hand now. There's that straight right.
Lingaw, masaya na katingin si manager eh. Si Matanda.
Russell presses forward again. Is on Russell.
Tumayo na talaga, tumayo na. Yung mga kainosente, ganyan kasaya yung lolo namin kapag manood ng boxing. Boxing, mga UFC. Pero wrestling, ayaw niya ng wrestling dahil para daw naglalaro lang. Ito talaga yung boxing, talaga yung gusto niya. Kaya araw-araw nanonood yan. Kahapon Mike Tyson, nung isang araw si Pacquiao, ngayon kay Magsayo naman. Tumayo na talaga, sobrang saya nanonood ng boxing, kaya hindi na nakaupo. Sinong may lolo dyan na mahilig sa boxing? Yung mga lolo.
Magsayo again continue to chase Russell around the ring. Russell again just ducks underneath. He's certainly trying to use all his tools that he can available to him as round 6 ends.
Tinakpan na ang TV, kinanood na. Kaya nilapitan na talaga, nilapitan na. Kaya hindi siguro makikita kaya kasi nilapitan na eh. Gusto niya malapitan talaga.
Here's the 3-punch combo that Magsayo was able to connect with, get through the defense of Russell.
Yung kamay andyan na sa biwang yung kamay.
And then Russell ducking underneath, but he took an uppercut that was partially blocked, but Magsayo was able to connect a bit. Russell here in the second half of this fight. Magsayo, in my opinion, has got to really step it up now. You know you have Russell hurt. You should have been able to pick up on the fact that Russell is not using his right hand. So this should give an opening to Magsayo to make it as difficult as possible for Russell. There's Magsayo again. Lunging forward. Trying to cut off the ring of Russell, and Russell connected on that straight left. And there's a left hand again on the chin, and Russell was able to counter beautifully on Magsayo. Magsayo has landed 89 punches thus far, Russell only 40. So only going to be interesting on the judges' scorecards how they view this fight. Russell is the champion. But Magsayo has been the more active fighter. But Russell trying to rely on his defense, his movement, and placing of his left hand throughout.
Na, tumayo na. Yan ang lolo namin.
It's not just about the food. It's about the moment.
Advertise.
Exceptional when experienced with premium beers. Let your senses being mesmerized by the aromatic hop.
Advertise pa, una.
And we know Russell wasn't going to throw that much coming into this fight. There's that left hand again, connected for Russell. That's the way Russell fights. He relies on that quickness and defense and, picks his shots. He relies more on being accurate. That's his big forte. But right now with one hand down, I don't really know what else Russell can do.
Wala.
You can sense he is trying to be more aggressive with the left hand when Magsayo gets it close, but it's difficult. And here's Magsayo again as he takes the left hand, but he was able to deliver one of his own. Final seconds of round 7.
Ha? Round 8? Round 8 pa.
Now Russell comes out firing quickly. I'm interested to see how the scorecards are thus far. Magsayo with a body shot to Russell. But as we said last round, Magsayo been the more active fighter, more aggressive. Russell, the more accurate fighter, as he connected on the chin of Magsayo. And back into the body. Magsayo chasing Russell around the ring, and there's that overhand right by Magsayo, but countered with the left hook. There's that stiff jab from Magsayo, knocking Russell back a bit. As we know, Magsayo, a ball of energy. Russell, in his last fight against Matanda 2 years ago, he started to slow down in the second half of that
Maganda to
fight.
kapag may
It
ininom.
was
Kaya lang
noticeable.
wala pa eh.
So you wonder where the cardio is going to be for this one. Russell always generally in good shape, but a 2-year layoff, as the rounds move on, it could slow the legs down a bit. There's that overhand right again from Magsayo. Russell stiffs him with a couple of straight lefts. Now Russell ducks out of the way of Magsayo. And now Russell once again. Russell backing Magsayo up a bit, and now Russell just missed on that left hand. Again, Freddie Roach wants Magsayo to continue to be active and throw those combinations, keeping Russell off balance. You want to put that pressure on him. And now Russell smiling a bit as round 8 comes to a close. There was that body shot from Russell, but he took a right hand from Magsayo, knocking Russell off balance. And there is that double straight left from Russell. And Russell a little late to get off of this stool. And now we resume action here of round 9. I think this is still anyone's fight. I mean, Russell's been fighting with one hand essentially since I believe it was the second or third round on. There's Magsayo walked right into a left, and Russell just danced out of that. Just exquisite boxing. And now Russell back into the body. Magsayo tried looping left hook and to no avail. And now Magsayo is trying to catch Russell. Russell has just been able to sidestep out of the way every single time Magsayo has been able to press forward here in round 9. There's overhand left once again from Russell. Back into the body. Magsayo getting excited. Now Russell using that left, trying to get inside a bit. Magsayo's got to figure out a way to change up the angles a little bit and get on the front foot of Russell. Find ways to connect on that right hand. I know Russell is, as we said, not an easy puzzle. His defense is incredible. Back into the body, Magsayo.
Wala, paikot ang kalaban.
Ha?
Mudagan-dagan.
Dagan, kita na yan.
Oh, nga dako ugod si Magsayo.
Magsayo try to counter with the right hook.
Ya,
Sakit na na.
And Russell seems content to just be on the
mudagan naman.
outside.
Gaya na taro, mabati-abante. Karon dagan-dagan na.
Counter with that left
Di na maging
and dance around.
Nahubag ni ko ng naong sa kalaban.
Ha?
Nahubag na ang naong.
Oo.
Just has
Oh, likay-likay na. Likay mo action, likay-likay na. Hapdos na siguro ng naong nga na. Nanay bukol sa kuan.
Ha?
Nanay bukol sa mata. Nahubag na ang duha ka mata.
I need more pay attention, bro. Are you ready?
Mabal, dagan na lang sa din tao.
Gaya na taro, kusugay mabante.
Ayaw yun. Wow, kusog.
Tago.
Tapos round mo rin.
Wala ang batang pinakaroon na ako ano niya.
Ha?
Ikaw walo pa man. Ikaw sampo man siguro. Ikaw 10 pa. Taga Bohol din si Magsayo. No?
Wala no.
Coach mo na ni Pacquiao ang yung coach dahil.
Ha?
Coach ni Pacquiao. Wala, dagaan na rin taraw.
Hubag mo.
Hubag na ako.
Ang mata, hubag.
Hubag na sab.
No, it's your fight. No, it's there.
Dagan.
Round 10 pa.
Russell's corner here, his brother. See, he doesn't want him reaching with that left hand. That's when you leave yourself open.
Ay, ngayon lang wala bayan na ngayon ang inosente.
Smother Magsayo a bit.
Wala.
And Russell now just tosses Magsayo to the side. They got tied up. Round 10. Miguel Flores here, premier boxing champions here in Atlantic City.
Mga bago man yung adawa ni Magsayo.
Loading a flurry.
Bago man yung adawa niya. Itong last niya.
And there's a straight left from Magsayo. And he was able to land on
Wala.
Russell.
Magsayo, may tatsayang na. Kalaban ha.
Ito na, boy. Ito na po, no?
Yeah, advertise.
Huwagay na no.
Kumbaga, dire ho.
Ha?
Dire. Pero ang Magsayo, wala pa man.
Magsayo?
Oh, wala man
May
mo
tatsa.
kuan, may tatsang na.
Kung saan ba nga, hindi ko ano ka, sinto ka, naong, sige, pultado ka na yung naong.
Purchase more apps up to
Kung dagan-dagan na gano'n siya. Oo, dagat.
Likay na. Sakit na siguro. Sakit na siguro ang naungan natin. Likay naman.
To figure out ways to cut off the ring and keep Russell along the ropes or in the corner. This way, don't allow him to move. And there's that right hand that connected on the chin of Russell.
Mahadlock na mo kuhan ka na. Oo. Ano, half dose na siguro ang kuhan na.
Russell,
Hindi na mo sumbag kayo.
overhand left.
Nalikay-likay na lang. Hindi na mo sumbag kayo. Di na mo sumbagan. Likay-likay na lang.
Now,
Ano yan? Nakatiwa sa round.
by Russell.
Makatiwas.
Final minute here, round 10.
Kasarindiron na ba?
Back into the body. Now Magsayo walking Russell down. Connected on the overhand left. Back into the body.
Wala ko lang yung amo to. Sa ako mo yun. Dito sa lang yun. Ano na ako?
Para sige maigo. 4, 3. Gibanatan.
With that straight left. Flush.
Dua na lang karon. Dua na lang karon.
Na. Apa itu, Pak?
Apa? Bisa kita makita gyapon ang hubag.
Here's the replay. Here's some body shots from Magsayo.
Ako pa magsayo, di na bumaba na naon.
All of that big
Oh.
right.
Yung sa motor.
Ano na hubag kaya ang naong nga nao. Di lang kay halata kay ito man. Banat na sa mo. Banat na sa taraw.
Now Magsayo with the short left on Russell.
Likay-likay na wala.
You're afraid
Udagan na.
Let Magsayo go. We need 2 more rounds like the last round.
Ano yan? Tumasay round.
Ikapoy na kasurindiro na baka yung nakuha na yung sakit na inumo ni Magsayo.
Ano yan? Natitagin mo kuha na yung naon.
Chasing Russell down.
Oo, tayag na ako, umawag yung samot.
Wala di ba ako tumuluan?
Oo, wala yan eh. Wala na, gibanatan na ni Magsayo.
Russell.
Daw action patarog katawa.
Ha?
Action patarog katawa ng kalaban.
In the body is Magsayo. Now Russell back into the body.
Ay,
And Russell dances right out of
may na lang.
that.
11 rounds.
Championship rounds. Russell in the black trunks, Magsayo in the gold and blue.
Otro na yun, no?
Nakata na nga eh.
50 for Russell.
Namag na naluspad, naputi man.
I'm sure it's a frustrating night for Russell. He's
Perminti man tiyanon ni Magsayo na.
Ha?
Tiyanon na niya.
Magsayo?
Oh, iyang tiyanon ba? Tiyanog na awang may tirada. Nga, nandila pa ang kalaban.
Ha?
Nandila pa, na Magsayo. Ipagawas pa niya yung dila ba?
Now Magsayo again coming forward.
Ba,
You see at times.
nandila pa, nandila.
Slight
Pagawas niya yung dila tara kang Magsayo.
Manny Pacquiao.
Muragi, kuan ba? Muragi yang pasoya-soya.
Throw 3-4 punches at once. Sort of off balanced from weird angles. Now again, Manny's 1-1, but
Pero, last na ron, last round.
Ha?
Last round na ron.
Magsayo's game that you
Last round naman eh.
start to see.
Oo ka na ron. Lawas pa to yung dila niya.
I need you. Listen, you're going to come around. Stop giving them so much real estate. You want to walk? Fast money. Try this money.
Hello, Jason.
Ha?
Ay, last round na ron. Ara. Naigya po yung pagkang Magsayo diri sa agtang.
Ha?
Diri sa agtang, naigya mo na siya igo diri hubag.
Oo.
Diri sa agtang ra. Kana may kuha nga last round. Kana, guba na naman na mo. Kana, last round, bakbakan.
12th and final round
Last. Final.
of this WBC Featherweight Championship bout.
Boxing ang I watch my boxing.
Russell
My grandpa
become
to watch boxing.
a world champion. Russell trying to make his 6th world title defense.
Murag ang madawag ni Magsayo siguro ani.
Laban na, laban.
With a jab.
Likay-likay na.
Ha?
Russell with an uppercut.
Yan, may grab shout out kay Jason. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. My grandpa to watch boxing fight. Magsayo versus Russell Jr.
Also a little frustrated from that.
Dahil gusto po ng lolo na manood
There's a 3-punch
ng
combination.
boxing. Ayaw niya ng ibang gusto niya boxing lang at saka UFC.
Magsayo?
Mura mo si Pacquiao kung ano. Mura mo si Pacquiao mo bang kalaban ni Magsayo?
And Russell was able to stick Magsayo with a straight left. Minute and a half to go.
Gagan na.
There's a huge right hand from Magsayo. Russell raising his hands.
Naalala ka mo
Oh
to.
no, I'm still the champ.
Yes. This is not a manager but ang t-shirt lang, t-shirt.
Sa Pacquiao na gagan.
Give my friend is t-shirt.
Getting into it. Cheering on both guys.
Gamay na lang, oh.
Ha?
Gamay na lang oras.
You have Gary Russell.
Hindi mo nag-out mo yung gagan.
Both clamoring for their fighters to come out victorious. Russell with a huge overhand left. Magsayo has been the more active fighter. Certainly has the punches, the volume.
29 seconds.
Hand injury early on. Hasn't been able to throw it at all.
Banati! Banata na.
Final 20 seconds here. Around
Pala
12.
ka na corner.
Back into the body. Now Magsayo.
parang Chinese na ang mata ni Russell. Kalaban ni Magsayo. Parang Chinese na.
To close the fight.
Yan. Isa kay daw gani.
There's Magsayo's fans. There you look on the Gary Russell Jr. family. Who will come out victorious?
Na namaga naghubag na ngo.
Bakit kayo na?
Yes, my all-time favorite Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines.
You can see the frustration on Russell's face. He knows he wasn't 100%. And certainly did not expect that injury to his right hand to happen so early on in the fight. There's that. That was the punch. There you see from that moment on. Magsayo was able to take advantage of it.
Highlights.
He was throwing multiple combinations. Russell was essentially throwing with just one hand. Going to the body. Left himself open at times as Magsayo was able to counter. But nonetheless, Russell did land several clean shots.
Bang! Higo ang naong.
There was Magsayo.
Highlights, oh.
With a straight left.
Maragdaog si, paano ni? Magsayo.
He did not make it easy. And there you see both men. Neither had bad blood toward each other. Russell respected Magsayo for stepping up and wanting this fight.
Kung gano'n na ako, pero bagay.
203 to 64 in jabs in favor of Magsayo. And Russell, as we know, he
Naangnaw ang
tends
mata.
to use the jab a lot. But he was unable to in this fight due to his right hand. He is a southpaw, so his right hand is his lead jab, and once that suffered an injury, he wasn't able to throw his right hand. So now we are awaiting the scorecards. Magsayo feels good. He thinks that he has done enough to become a world champion. And Russell, you see him grimacing as they are taking that right glove off. That is the
daw gani.
hand. Now, curious,
may balan na ni Ron.
that was the undisclosed injury coming into this fight. And then he just further damaged it in the fight. Magsayo waiting to hear the judges' scorecards. Russell trying to power through it. He easily could have stopped the fight, said, I hurt my hand, and I'm not going to continue on. But he did not. He powered through. And now here's Jr.
After 12 rounds of action, we have a majority decision. Here are the score totals.
May pa maskara pa, oh. May pa maskara pa si Juan.
14, even a draw. Overruled by judges Mark Constantino and Henry Grant. They both scored about 115.
Ihaw.
Paul, hindi ka ito sabaw. Sayo daw.
Padaog si Magsayo, Col.
There you have it.
Kasi napailain nga away.
Kinsa may di muda o kadto nga panaw nga grabe pagkaguba. Asa mo ito ganyan, manok?
Dili araman to nagkuhan.
Ganti ka nga sa buwan na to.
Pati.
Ako din yung soon.
Oo.
Yung chicken hilo, no?
Pero wala na eh. Sunod, lugos. Kini Pacquiao ug kuan kol.
Ha?
Pacquiao ug si Ugas.
Ugas?
Tong
Awa ko kitaan na away nila.
tong taas ka negro.
O si Barrios, kita ko.
Promotions as sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. That was the only television sportsbook app that matters.
Nildi ano si Pacquiao?
Ha?
Di siguro si Ugas.
And the Cop Shop. Like big hits, Gerard Butler stars in Cop Shop. Rated R, only in theaters September 17th. What fans our main event is sanctioned by the WBA, the president Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. Introducing to you our three judges scoring from ringside. Dave Moretti,
Friendly Dots gyapon niyang kuan.
and Steve Weisfeld. All right, fans, here we go with the bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first on my right, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with red trim, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Santiago de Cuba in Cuba. He weighed in at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. His record stands at 26 wins, 4 losses, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the 2008 Olympic bronze medalist, tonight making the first defense of his world title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current, reigning and defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, introducing 54 Milagros, your Dennis Ugas. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, really needing no introduction the world over.
Taas.
Taas ni Pacquiao.
Boxing senator, he is fighting out of it, proudly representing the Sarangani province in the Philippines. He weighed in at a truly mighty 146 pounds. As a true icon, his record stands at 62 wins, 7 losses and 2 draws, with 35 wins coming by that way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 4-time welterweight world champion and boxing's legendary and only 8-division champion of the world, introducing the one and the only Manny
Pacquiao.
And the referee in charge now to give instructions, Russell Mora. Center ring, gentlemen. Center ring. Now please. Trunks here are good. Trunks here are good. Anything below this belt line is a foul. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room.
Murag daw siguro si Pacquiao ani wala mo ko kitaan eh.
Obey my commandments. God bless you both.
Muro ko mandahan pero bumukas na, muro gamay.
Murag magtaas yung Ugas ya. Taas yung Ugas ya, murag taas.
His wife Chicky there, his family here, he's got a huge entourage. And even at this age of 42, we somehow expect him to defy time the way he's done physical size. You wonder, can his fighting spirit and zest for combat carry the day once again?
Well, if his body language is any indication, he's already out in the middle of the ring.
Pero bilawan ko Barrios.
And your Dennis Ugas.
Taas ya ano?
Ha?
Taas ya ha.
There's the double jab immediately.
Muti kong god si Ugas.
Pointed out, he's got a beautiful jab, and he usually throws
Ay, banatan man dayon ni Pacquiao.
Ha?
Gibanatan man dayon niya.
Pacquiao?
Oo.
but use that jab and keep Manny guessing. Make Manny reset. That's what the jab is going to do. It's going to force Manny to reset.
You saw how quickly he was able to jump in and get to the body.
Well,
That's pretty much what he did.
Taas ang kayo.
He went out there and unleashed a combination. He's got fast feet still, Manny Pacquiao. Now look, Ugas is going to have to deal with Manny's jab too when he does decide to throw it. So, you know, Ugas definitely has a reach advantage.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. That was a nice jab that Ugas just landed too.
Di gyapon maklarong hubagan kay Negro man. Di gyapon maklarong hubagan kay Negro.
And that's the thing about Manny. You can get Manny to respect you. You can get some room and some space to operate. And right now, Ugas has the respect because he's created the distance that he needs.
Oh, he jumps right in there and hit it with the right hook. Manny has always been able to close that gap.
Patay, gibanata na.
3 times with left hands in the first round. Marquez could not
Banate. Ay, nanulak. Nanulak.
He's in with a very different guy.
Oh, bang. Balay, butataang naong, oh. Butataang naong.
I mean, look at the fighting spirit from Pacquiao.
Na, 600 na gul niya yung, ano, ang score, 7 na yung score, oh.
Pacquiao was very mobile. Here it is
5 rangs kalaban.
early in this round 1. Yeah, he knows he can't stay on the outside of that long reach of Ugas. I mean, wouldn't you agree with that, Sean?
Yeah, no, he can't stand on the outside. And I think right now, a little too much posturing right now, imposing by Manny. I like to see Manny a little bit more of the in and out, but we gotta appreciate the fact that he is 42 and he's gotta pace himself a little bit more.
And the fact that Ugas is smart enough to flip you on the way in if you make a mistake. So he's got to be a little bit cautious. I think he threw caution to the wind like 2 or 3 times so far in different sets. Manny has in this round.
I got Ugas' attention as well. I mean, you can see Ugas would like to stand there and throw that long jab out, but he's getting touched by
Tay.
Pacquiao. And you can see the power.
Gubang naong.
Pacquiao says break that up. So does Russell Mora. Yeah. Well, that's one thing that Ugas does well. If he blocks or turns on you, he'll come back and counter you with 2 body shots, not just 1, 2.
He throws them hard too, Joe. He'll dig in.
Hindi kong gud siya kay taas man.
As most fighters have found, it's just a different rhythm. It's a different equation.
Manamak man og tilo.
The jab,
Manamak
the
og
jab is
tilo.
it's gonna lead to the success.
Oh, manulak. Gitulak.
Then he got pushed down.
Gitulak.
Down as we end round number 1. And we will go to the corner of Manny Pacquiao with Freddie Roach.
Guba nang murag action na hubag ang naong sa kalaban.
Oh, this Pacquiao jabbing, it fell short.
Bang!
It fell short, except he kept
Wa
stepping
maigo
in.
sa primero si kaduha.
Landed. So
Landed eh.
3 punches for
Bang!
Pacquiao. Ugas came in with that right body shot.
Balsan po siya.
Body shot and landed. That was clean. And Pacquiao tried to throw a right hook off of it. Now here we go. Here's Pacquiao throwing a decoy jab.
Bang!
And then again, the 3rd punch is what landed. And here's where they got inside, and Ugas gave him a good shoulder, and Pacquiao got
Gitulak, oh. Tulak.
the effort alone by Pacquiao winning that round.
I agree, but the thing that I liked about Ugas was he wasn't afraid to use a jab to keep
Ay, lamang ang kalaban, oh.
that push at the end of the round. The respect. You need Manny to respect you. Manny doesn't respect the jab. That's why
Lamang
he's using
kalaban.
the jab.
That was a beautiful counter jab from Ugas too. And in round number 1, 21 of his 27 punches thrown were jabs. And not only that, it's an effortless double jab. He puts the first one out, that second one lands again.
And I gotta also say this, remember, Dennis Ugas is a Cuban fighter, has a Cuban background 100%. It's an intellectual island, those fighters. Very intellectual fighter. So we see the jab right now, Ugas is working accordingly.
Look at that championship spot. I mean, that no one's going to stack up to Pacquiao through 27 years of being a professional. A pro at the age of 16 at 98 pounds. And I would say even in round 1, good job by Pacquiao. Pacquiao is still the more menacing fighter, isn't he? When he jumps in with a combination, you know he means business.
Yeah, and Pacquiao landed a good jab himself just a second ago. They're not as often as Ugas is throwing his, but Ugas is not really working in a hard way. In other words, He's just throwing an occasional jab right now, and he's really holding back on some better power punches that he should be throwing.
Pacquiao was stopped there by a right hand. He's doubling up on the jab and then a left hand coming off the jab as well. Pacquiao is still busy with his hands. Ugas outlanding Pacquiao so far in this fight.
I can also see the patience of Manny. It could be Manny, and he's getting hit with the jab. We can't ignore the fact that Ugas is landing jabs, but I got a feeling Manny's trying to set him up, let him get comfortable, so they open up a little more.
I agree with that, because Manny's always looking for that big shot. But another thing, Sean, you know, the conventional way to move against a southpaw is towards their jab side, but Ugas is moving towards the power side of Manny Pacquiao, which is unusual. I encourage it with southpaws, but not many guys do that.
Yeah, those numbers, by the way, are interesting. And that Pacquiao is throwing a lot of jabs, but not landing. Ugas is much more accurate. 45 seconds to go here in round number 2. Pacquiao jumps in, tries to trade. Would love to get this as a firefight on the inside. Ugas has real power. Pacquiao has to respect that right hand coming up the middle.
Yeah, and again, there it is. Pacquiao and Ugas both landed good uppercuts to the belly in that last exchange, one each.
Very good round of boxing by Ugas. And then I like everything from Ugas in this round, the jab, the patience, the shield defense that he likes to use, and also timing Manny pretty well.
Taas ay pagkamot.
Outlanded Manny Pacquiao through 2 rounds in the next big fight.
What did you do?
Round 2 mana?
Why are you trying to kill him?
I'm the bad guy. Get me out of here. You gotta date me first. I got a lot of money. There's no deal to be made. Deja vu. That's not deja vu, dummy.
Advertise eh.
Top shot. I'll meet you September 17th.
Si Pacquiao ang yun, pero bidaw ni Barrios.
Kaya,
Bidaw ni Barrios, no? Kunya si Pacquiao, nakadropa ko ang Barrios.
guba na rabang naong ni Ugas.
Ha?
Naguba na ang naong.
Ano?
Oo, naali ha.
There's Diana early on. Jordan Ugas' fiancé, ringside here, as we get into round number 3, and I'm keeping a close eye on the jab, and at 17-6 in favor of Jordan Ugas, as Pacquiao jumps in with a jab immediately.
Nulak man, hilig na panulak ni tawanan.
But Ugas can push him off. I like that.
That's right, but Russell Mora just warned him for doing that. You know you can't push off. It's not legal.
Yeah, you're right.
But to be there and gain his respect.
Kana, banatan din niya sa aksyon nagkuhan, kaya taas man god.
Ha?
Taas man god mo pagkakuhan, banatan din niya.
Pacquiao much, I mean, getting pushed, especially if he's got the backing of the referee right now. So he's, you know, like I say, Pacquiao is going to win these rounds just by sheer, you know, action, just by keeping his hands busy. Because right now, Ugas is not busy. And don't you agree?
No, he's not busy this round. I gave Ugas the second round, and the reason why I gave Ugas the second round is because of his jab, and he was a little more busy in the second than he is now here.
Pwede ka taas,
But
wala
I'll tell
eh.
you what, he's giving Manny Pacquiao a puzzle to solve right there.
Right hand there by Ugas comes in. Right after Pacquiao had a counter jab back in. That right hand gets his attention. Pacquiao tries to go to the wall. Another right hand by Ugas.
I'll tell you what that is. It's a great Cuban hook. It's like a right. It's not straight, but it's not a hook. It comes around your glove, and Manny's not ready for that punch.
Ugas able to block those shots from Pacquiao, at least those. You see the punches landed, still quite close, and we've got a real fight. We expected it, and we're getting it.
But see, that right hand, that little loop in the right hand that he's throwing, it's only possible because he's edging on the right side, on Manny Pacquiao's left side. Very true. He's got a nice little view there, and that's how he's landing. Plus, it's trying to set up that straight right hand. He wants to give him a little taste around the corner, and then come down the eventually.
Ha?
Alas 2.
Wala, sobrang mag-alas 4 na.
Ha?
Mag-alas 4 na.
Give Ugas a different look beyond.
Ada, humanon ko na ito ni.
What's the look you're looking for?
I'm looking for in and out. I'm looking for pivots.
Na, patay! Atrag!
a strong right hand. They have to make this work. If you stand at distance, it'll end up like that. Ugas is able to fight at distance with that beautiful low jab.
Here's what we knew when we fought Ugas. We knew that he wouldn't move his feet very well, and we knew that we would have a good chance of outboxing him. I moved a lot in that fight because I knew that Ugas didn't have the kind of feet that I have. Ugas doesn't have the feet that Manny has, but Manny's not using them right now.
Yeah, Pacquiao was not moving around the ring. You're right. Not mobile. He was very mobile 2 years ago.
You know what it looks like?
Big hook right there.
You know what it looks like to me? Looks to me like he just wants to pull his way right through Ugas. He's not interested in doing it.
Ah, bulo eh.
He wants to go get him. He wanted a piece of Ugas there, no question.
Wala, guba ng naong. Huwag ng naong ni Ugas.
I'd be interested to see what Larry Hasler has to say.
Ibang na po.
Right here is the this is what I call a Cuban right hook. It's straighter than a hook, but it's also got a little loop around it, getting around the jab, the backhand of Manny Pacquiao. And then right there again, the jab is what's going to lead Ugas to success. Manny saying, hey, throwing everything out the window, and I'm coming at you with everything that I got. And this really worked for him right there at the end of that round.
Right, he's a charging.
Wabo pa ni Pacquiao.
He's interested in science as much as he is making it look good and bowling his way into. Yeah, he's become right. He's become the fighter in here against the boxer here, Dennis Ugas. Ugas normally throws 28 jabs around. There was a lot of talk out there, mostly on the internet, about the left bicep of your Dennis Ugas possibly injured. He's throwing 25 jabs per round in this fight, and that's a beautiful double jab again. So it doesn't appear that left hand is injured. No.
I thought everything on social media was true. Pacquiao going to work again.
Katawa pa oh. Katawa-katawa pa si Ugas. Tara oh.
Again, it's the visual that Pacquiao's giving the judges right now. There's a good
Pagtay na kuhan below the belt na.
third warning. Take a point.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I didn't think that was that bad.
So Manny blocks the shot and makes it go lower than it was aimed towards. But you just, you can't get in the way this early.
You're ready. You okay? Okay.
Now you see what Pacquiao's trunks are.
Don't make me
So
difficult.
he's allowed to touch part of that. It's no waistband, right?
Ano na ito?
Na itlog.
You can hit some of that
Kaya
waistband.
Pacquiao, Pacquiao.
Oh.
Here it is. Look, that's going to probably land right on the belt line, the right hand.
Na diaw na.
He jabs high and takes it to
Na.
the point. Right on the belt line. So,
Below the belt na.
I was a little low. Listen, Joe.
No.
A little low.
Pang na.
it's not the same. It looked to me to hit the belt line.
Yeah.
Okay? I may not be seeing that correctly, but I think I did see it.
No, you know what, Joe, to your point, I thought it was fine. Watching it back on replay, I think Russell Moore had a point. It was a little low, and it was a warning, not a point taken away.
Okay, that's the third warning.
Yeah,
Now Pacquiao gets
Third
it.
warning na si Juan.
I tell you what Ugas is doing that I'm surprised by. He's actually finishing some of these exchanges, and I didn't expect that to come from Ugas.
No, you've got to get into the combat. You're going to fight Pacquiao.
Yeah.
You know, he's at the age of 42. Seems to want to mix it up, and that's probably his best chance for victory tonight.
Gilain na si Manila.
Touching the balance here against the game here, Dennis Ugas.
Well, Ugas is holding his ground right now. Now he's looking to block and counter. He's saying, throw it, Manny, because I got something back for you. Okay, there we go.
The body from Ugas that time.
Another belt shot, and Russell Moore didn't say anything there, although Manny just touched his belt like, hey, it's low again.
Right hand over the top, partially blocked. Up the middle, Pacquiao tries the left hand. It's a good counter jab again. You see the power punches. Pacquiao outlanding Ugas. In jabs, however, it is 26-17 in favor of the.
And Manny can't time the jab. You see, every time Manny gets hit with the jab, puts his hands down out of disgust and almost out of frustration because he can't time the jab right now.
Wow, it's a beautiful jab by Pacquiao.
There's three jabs by Pacquiao with a little turn and a little left hand, and
There's an answer.
Ugas comes back to the right hand.
A little fire too. Ugas said, yeah, you got me there. And he just tossed him with his own jab. Ugas has been fighting at a world-class level for a long time. Effective at being touched
And just a slip from Ugas. 5 seconds, round number 4. It has been spirited and packed so far.
Hindi, hapit na mahuman. Cool. Hapit, hapit na mahuman.
If you say Candyman,
Hindi, wala pa. Hapit na mahuman.
Sabi ko naman,
he appears
Oo,
in the
okay.
reflection
Third round, fourth round naman siguro.
and kills you.
pili pa ka raw.
Murag upat pa na siguro.
Ha?
Murag upat pa.
You should say
Layo pa naman.
Ano ba ini? Apa naman?
Kape lang sa ikaw na.
All right, we got a little replay coming up here. Let's see what. Okay, here we go. We got Ugas countering the jab by Pacquiao. Then he throws another jab, backs up Pacquiao, and then shoots that right hand right into the belly. It was a nice setup. Very good move.
That's a great setup. Look at 2 to the top,
Yeah.
and then 1 right down the middle. That was great boxing combination right there.
Sean, how did you deal with the double jabs? And that is a long, effortless double jab that Ugas throws.
I'm telling you, so what I felt was come out here, use your movement, use your speed, and control this fight, control the tempo. That's what I did. Manny does not have control right now, which is why I believe Manny's losing this fight.
You used the ring. Is what you did.
Exactly.
I don't know if Manny's losing this fight. I'm not too sure about that, Sean. Of course, you know, we're both looking at the same fight, but we may have a difference of opinion. I think it's a close fight.
I think so too. Let's get a little indication of that and go to Larry Hazard. Larry, how do you have it scored so far?
Well, guys, you're carrying on an interesting conversation, but I got Pacquiao ahead, 39-27. Look, Pacquiao has what we call judge appeal. He may not have the quick legs anymore, but he's got those fast hands, and nobody's really landing anything of great significance, so judges tend to score on volume, and that's what Pacquiao is doing. So I got him ahead, 39-20, 30 seconds.
Larry, thank you. By the way, punches landed. It's very close. There's a little more power from Pacquiao, but also his face is marked up a bit. I mean, the jabs are not just, feather dusters just touching him.
He's got swelling below both eyes, but I agree with Larry in a sense that he's got judge appeal. He's like making the action happen for the most part.
And the jabs are landing too. That right hand, that's by Ugas. Then he doubles up on the jab. Right hand.
Kapehan sa ano manager, kapehan sa ano.
But Pacquiao got those back. He touched him back.
Kapehan mo na.
Well, that's part of the difficulty of judging Joe, too, is that you need to process an awful lot going back and forth. Slows up just a bit, which favors Ugas. Whacks with the right hand. Jordan Plant is in Ugas' corner. Jordan, what do you have?
Yeah, some interesting info. Rep Mora was just in their corner, said, hey, once love's a warning, next time I see it twice, I'm going to deduct a point. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Jordan, you were talking about that before, again, in the previous Ugas fight, where he had a point taken away by Mora, and I thought he handled it properly. Mora did it by giving the warning, giving Manny a little bit of time. It was a shade low on his belt. 40 seconds left, round number 5.
In the meantime, Pacquiao slipped in 2 weak left hands and a couple of jabs just like that. And there goes Ugas. Pacquiao was blocked though. There was a good counter shot by Ugas.
But Manny has got a high level of energy.
He's on fire tonight. He's on fire.
2-year-old man.
He does not want to lose this fight. He does not want to lose. Neither guy does, obviously. But Manny knows how to win fights.
Yeah, Manny knows how to win fights. It's the 5th round, which is why I'm not concerned. However, I do believe that Ugas has more control of this match.
Right, Shaky
than Manny Pacquiao.
Shaky is looking on. She can barely look. Big exchange there by Pacquiao. He wants to make this a war. Wow. He gives you your money's worth.
Hubag na ang naong ni Ugas.
They're taking an awful long time to get that stool in the corner there. He's just sitting down now. Probably 20 seconds have passed. All right, here's some replay, Sean.
I'll take Ugas. Look, we got a jab right here from Ugas.
Right.
This is what's helping him win this fight. Right now, I feel like Ugas is controlling the fight. And then right here, after this exchange, look, boom, the counter immediately. Manny has not picked up the timing and the rhythm of your Dennis Ugas. And they're right here. Great exchange from both men. But again, Ugas not afraid to go right back there with Manny Pacquiao. It's a great fight.
And I will say, Manny had some of his very good moments in that round. It was all too by Ugas right there. There's a lot of give and take right now. A lot of back and forth.
Kapit-kapit na sa manadero.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to step out of the judging seat, and I'm just going to continue to call a fight. My score doesn't matter either way, so I'll just tell you what I see. What I see is that, look at this, the comfort now of your Dennis Ugas, and also giving Manny Pacquiao different looks. Manny was not as prepared for this fight as Ugas is.
Round 6 now here in Las Vegas. Brian Kenny, Joe Goose, Sean Porter ringside. And Manny Pacquiao has thrown at least 15 more punches in every round. But one key stat, if you look at how he lost them, jabs landed. Ugas has the edge 33-23. And that jab, double jab, big difference. Off the jab, Ugas lands with the right hand. Pacquiao though with the energy, and to your point, Joe, that he's got energy, he's landing shots. Riley Hauser loves that as well. There's raw aggression from Pacquiao making the fight.
That right hand lands, it's a hook coming around the glove of Manny Pacquiao, but it lands because of the long reach and arms of your Dennis Ugas.
You know what else? The jab is making the difference here. 82% of this fight is spent at distance, just as they are now. So Ugas gets a long look and gets to put out that long jab.
He does, but he spends a lot of time looking. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's active, but I think he could, to impress me more, I think he should be more active, to tell you the truth. Hey, again, Manny's taking his time, but I like Manny's energy. But again, Ugas is coming on as well. I think
I'll tell you what I like about Ugas, Joe. I like the fact that Ugas is giving different looks. You see that right there? That's the shell defense. And then sometimes he pulls straight back. And then sometimes he's willing to stay right there, just like that, and counter. It's giving Manny, it's a puzzle. And Manny has not solved the puzzle.
Pacquiao able to land an uppercut just before, but then took that cutting right hand once again. See punches landed very close. Right hand again, partially blocked by Pacquiao. It's a man in a real fight. He wanted Errol Spence, #1 welterweight in the world, but eagerly took on the challenge of your Dennis Ugas, who he knows is for real.
And I gotta wonder what Manny being the pros. Now we're in the middle of this fight. Is he gonna flip a switch and do something a little different? I'm wondering if I'm gonna see that. I feel like it needs to happen.
I think if he starts backing up and trying to box, it'll be worse for him, to tell you the truth. I think it'll give Ugas a lot more incentive to do what he's doing. I think that's what he should be doing more of. Meeting the challenge of Ugas coming in out and impressing the judges, trying to get his shots off,
trying to make him throw his hands. Ugas has got to throw. If he stays in that defensive shell and jabbing just like that, he's going to be able to keep him at distance. Landing a right hand, he lands a right hand there as well. Pacquiao jumps back in. Through this fight. Let's go upstairs. Kate Abdo and Keith Thurman.
Thank you very much, Keith Thurman. Obviously, the last man to fight Manny Pacquiao before this fight back in 2019. Manny's fighting a different fight this time around.
He's fighting a different fight, but he's definitely fighting a different fighter. Ugas is standing right there in the middle of the ring. He's utilizing that jab, but Manny's still being Manny Pacquiao, fighting with those spurts and those flurries. And that's the hard part about fighting Manny Pacquiao, because those flurries, he gets so much credit from the judges. And of course, Ugas is doing good with the jab, but the jab's not going to win you fights. If Ugas truly wants to win this fight, he needs to keep letting that straight right hand go. He needs to keep not being worried and trying to touch the body a little bit. Obviously, keep up. He's about to get deducted a point if he keeps doing low blows. But he needs to let the right hand go. He needs to throw power punches. That's one thing that Manny Pacquiao doesn't hesitate on.
Let's get you back ringside for the next round.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't know, that jab, landing, that can win rounds. It's been close here, and we don't know how the judges will have it. They have top 5 judges for this fight. Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfeld, considered the best in the business. Patricia Morse-Jarman. And you see the jabs landed. Ugas with the big edge, 37-26. Good jab there by Pacquiao. But he's going to make this a firefight in order to gain some momentum and drive Ugas back. The more it's a set piece, Joe, I think it more favors Ugas.
Yeah, look, I liked what Keith said. I'm more in concordance with that. Basically, that Pacquiao is a, he throws those flurries, he makes it look good. I think
I said it to Sean earlier that Ugas is going to start throwing that right hand or more power punches. And so, you know, there's a lot to be said on both opinions here. But regardless, it's a very competitive fight.
Right hand landed.
I don't think anyone's running away with it.
No question. Yeah, flurry there by Pacquiao. Most of his shots blocked. Ugas was able to land that right hand as he throws it out. He plants and throws a vicious combination toward Pacquiao. He's not just boxing, moving, and keeping him at bay. He's standing in and trading with Pacquiao.
Well, yeah, look, he's got great skills. You know, Sean said it. You know, the Cubans are taught very well. He's got good head movement. He's got good radar. He knows what's coming. And then he slips and he comes back with stuff. So, you know, it's a type of fight that he's capable of fighting and doing well with.
Pacquiao with some scoring shots there. Look, it comes down to scoring goals. How often are you landing your shot? And then what damage are you incurring in the fighter? Those shots are landing for Ugas. Look at that right there. Ugas is picking moments, you know, to let go of his hands, and he has success when he does it. That was a three-punch combination. Landed two of them flush. Round number 7, scheduled for 12. Ugas able to move Pacquiao back just a bit. Pacquiao fires back, tries to get close. Look at that. Double jab up in the right hand from Ugas.
That's what I expect of Ugas. If he wants to win this fight, I would like to see him do that. Throw those hard, long shots off the jab. Don't waste a good jab. A jab is a sit-up punch for your next punch.
Yeah, don't waste a good jab. I like that. But again, if Pacquiao is not closing the gap, then he allows Ugas to pick his spots, control distance, and make it a fight when he wants to make it a fight. So far, he's been able to do that. Punches landed, still very close. Slight favoring Ugas. Right hand lands from Ugas. Another right hand. Pacquiao now time to fire back. You wonder how much energy does this man have at the age of 42? Can he pick up the pace? Can he slip it into another gear at his age? Ugas says, I'm right here. I'm right here. A lot of jabs in this fight, mostly from Ugas here, Joe. Hey, listen, I'm a fan of the jab. I say I'm nothing without my jab. Look at the long jab of your Dennis Ugas. I know Keith said you can't win the fight with just the jab. However, Joe, I feel like the jab is setting it up for you, Dennis.
Well, I don't think any of us disagree about the jab, but I think you do agree. You utilize the jab to do what should come next.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was coming right there. Right. You're right. The double jab sets up the right hand. Don't waste the good jab. I love it. Yeah. Damian Lillard here. Ugas fighting. Yeah, okay. And trying to convince viewers that is not winning this fight. He's a fan of both. What is he convincing viewers of? He calling you. He's calling out Joe, and he's calling out BK. He ain't calling out Sean. Yeah, they. Wait, they're trying to convince viewers that Ugas is not winning this fight? They is you. I'm saying Ugas is winning this fight. Oh, okay, cool. He's calling out you, Joe. There you go.
How do you know that?
Oh, I don't know that. I'm not here. Oh, because his name is my guy. And I know he's going to talk about it.
Hold on, let me have my cousin call.
Hey, listen. Hey, he's a Gomez here at the Olympic Games.
Listen. You know, that's all well and good. But right now,
I'm just saying, he knows what he's talking about.
Round number 8, Manny Pacquiao at the age of 42, 2 years removed from the ring, but came back, shot the world, was able to outpoint, split decision over Keith Thurman, who's here with us tonight. And a very different fight so far in this one. Again, Pacquiao had a knockdown in round 1 that gave him momentum in that fight against Keith Thurman. Right hand lands from Ugas.
I tell you what, I'll say this, and the fight against was going to be Errol Spence Jr. I say, you know what? If this fight gets to the back half, 8 through 12, I worry for Manny Pacquiao. And I started to feel the same way about this fight where you did Ugas. So, I feel like it's getting later in this, and it could swing Ugas' way.
Let's go to Larry Hassel. Larry, how do you have it through 7?
I got Pacquiao ahead by 1 point, 67-66. But Ugas is coming back. So far in this round, I got Ugas ahead right now. We'll see how this round ends up. But right now, I got Pacquiao ahead by 1 point, 67-66.
Yeah, not thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, he is coming back out. But now, coming back again, I think he's been in it the whole time. Was Larry included in on the thing? All right. Okay.
Okay, so then whoever felt like Manny Pacquiao was controlling this fight,
Not control. Nobody said that word.
No,
What we said was.
I know that right hand is trouble.
Yeah,
I know that.
At the beginning of the fight, Pacquiao was throwing the combinations, and Ugas was much more passive than he is now. Second half of the fight, he's turning it on. He's throwing the hard shots behind the jab. Nobody's going to deny that. He's fighting more.
That right hand right into the body as well. Coming back again, throwing that jab up and landing that right hand. Again, it comes down to scoring shots, and these are competitive rounds. There's no question about that. And Ugas is cut a bit as well.
That's why they had Mike Rodriguez in the corner in between. They bumped Salas out, and Rodriguez stopped the bleeding on that cut.
Yeah, a little cut right over the right eye. It's not much, and then they start to exchange. 30 seconds to go here, round number 8.
Well,
long way to go.
Here's the adjustment for Manny Pacquiao. Finish your combination and do that right there. Get off. Get to the right of that. Get to the right side of. Get to the left side of Ugas, away from that right hand.
Yeah, even if he moves away though.
Exactly. Too much moving straight backwards for Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao tries to come back and answer that hook. He's got a grazing hook off the side of his head. Ugas has been able to have all the answers here against Manny Pacquiao. Good hard right hand by Ugas. Punctuating round 8.
Ugas found a home to that right hand now, and that's all there is to it.
And Chinky can barely watch, looks up, concerned for her husband. There's that right hand.
Look, because when the right hand comes, it's normally coming straight. No, I don't think Manny's ever seen a fighter who throws a right hand like that. And the Cubans are known for throwing that right hand. And Manny, I don't think has ever seen that right hand come.
Well, you saw his Manny with the parry when he thought it was a straight right hand, and it came around. But he's been deep and look. I mean, Ugas is tricky with the way. They'll throw him down the middle, get you thinking there, get you the parry, move your hand there, then come around.
Ugas has been able to land 60% of his power shots. That is increasing now. And again, some water. He's warning Ugas again. Think of the guys Ugas has beaten, by the way, since that 2-year layoff. I mean, quality wins Jamal James, Ray Robinson, Thomas Delorme, Omar Figueroa, Mike Dallas Jr., Abel Ramos. Inexplicably a split decision.
And I apologize. I was stitched around working on the cut in Ugas' corner.
I think they had a clash there for a moment, so they both stopped and then touched gloves to re-engage. You see, power punches landed in favor of Manny Pacquiao, 65 to 59. It is close. The jabs connected still in favor of Ugas, 45 to 32. That's not how you score the fight, but it gives you an indication of who's landing what. Round number 9 again, scheduled for the championship 12, and Manny Pacquiao once again being put to the test. That's what you have. Like the top fighters, and Ugas is one of the top fighters in the world.
Go put some now. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
And you wonder how much is left in the tank of Manny Pacquiao. Face is marked up a bit. The energy level a bit on the wane.
Yeah, the last 3 rounds, Ugas really has turned up the heat, and this is why I believe he's won those rounds, because I'm going to give credit what I think legends do. He's doing a lot of fighting now. He's being busy, and he's frustrating Pacquiao. Pacquiao's having a hard time landing a clean shot. And I'll tell you the truth, even if he's busy at times, he cannot land a clean shot where I think Ugas is now.
Well, Manny finally keeps that left hand at home, right there to block that right hand. And also, I feel like Manny's energy's up a little bit this round, and he's changing the rhythm a little bit this round.
Well, I guarantee he's going in the corner. Look, you're falling behind. You're going to lose this fight if you don't win these next few rounds. We're in the 9th round right now.
You know, and again, it's a 42-year-old man. You see Pacquiao just been able, he can go through a wall through his whole career. But can he do it again and again? It is difficult. If he didn't build a points lead early, it's going to be tough to come back later here. Again, that said, punches landed still very close. We don't know how the judges will have it.
Well, I felt like that was what he did against Keith Thurman. I felt like he controlled the first half of the fight, maybe a little more than that, and then Keith came on late at the end. In his case, Manny's got to keep his foot on the gas pedal, or he will continue to fall behind.
Ugas with the combination. And not only that, it keeps Pacquiao back. Pacquiao tries throwing his hands. A lot of those shots are blocked. Ugas comes back.
Again, Ugas able to keep it in re-engage mode, where they're able to fight from distance and box the way he wants.
Round 9 ulit. Round 9 pa.
Right hand, Ugas comes back with that right left over to the belly. That's
Good right
Let me go.
right hook right there to the body by Manny Pacquiao.
well, that's patented counter punching by Ugas. You know, he's capable of that. There he is, switching up the right hand. Look, he's no doubt he's having a much better second half of his fight. Ugas has been able to fight from the pocket, step back, and have Pacquiao stand right in front of him. And he could be winning all these rounds.
Okay. Nos vamos perdiendo, ¿verdad? Dame.
Okay, now we're in the
Ponle la caballa.
put the towel behind his back.
Tranquilo, pero
Nice
ese
and calm. Nice, we have him. Nice and calm.
Yo, Lenny, amenaza. Hace falta que te imponga.
What you need to do is impose yourself here in this fight now. Remember, remember you can do whatever you want in this fight. Take advantage of everything here. This is yours.
Post ko.
Pag mo na ako kay Madto na kukuhan.
Farana, Leon, Ugas' fiance, smiling here.
Ito na ko. Yan. Kaya babay mga kainosente.
Bye mga ka-inosente.
Since round 5. As we get now to round number 10.
Yan mga kainosente at may pupuntahan pa ako. Yan, siya naman yung lolo namin dito.
Well, I don't think there's any question the last 3.
Vaccine Pacquiao versus Society. Masaya yung namin grandpa sa panonood ng vaccine. Ito yung kasiyahan ng mga matatanda, mga kumisente. Kaya
in the 10th round right now. And Pacquiao famously has a fantastic engine. But again, he's older now. First 2.
So I like the coaching right there.
yan, susunod naman. Sinong nanalo? Wala pa kasi 10 rounds pa. Pero lamang si...
I like the coaching.
Pero unofficial score pa man yung nakalagay dito. Pero score sa kasi 115-106. Salamat mga ka-Lucente.